Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of November 27th through December the 3rd. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers, my followers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. And if you have found the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created way back almost 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I am also a psychic, clairvoyant, tarot card reader, an intuitive counselor. I also do past life clearings and ancestral healings, and I also do wonderful, restorative, recharging, and re-energizing Reiki healing sessions for people either in my office in Santa Monica, California, or through distant healing online. And I also do clearings on businesses, on buildings, and for homes as well. And as I mentioned, I am the author of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books. If you're interested in any of my services or in finding out more information or perhaps about my award-winning books, please do go to the Angel Healing House website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, where that number to phone is 831-277-3716, and all that contact information is in the description box down below. So, yes, here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we pull tarot cards and we pull oracle cards, but we always start by looking in the astrological heavens to see what planetary influences are affecting us. So, after being bombarded with so many integrations of higher dimensional frequencies, and after the intensity of the recent eclipse season, we finally will be receiving more welcomed, lighter, fresh energies to help us push the reset button as we head into the start of the holiday season. This will happen because of a wonderful trifecta of energies that will be occurring all at the same time. On November the 22nd, the sun moved from the emotionally introspective water sign of Scorpio to the fiery sign of Sagittarius, with its wonderful fiery nature of fun and play, curiosity, discovery, and adventure. Now, how do I know this? Well, my rising sign is Sagittarius. Happy energy birthdays to all you Saggies out there. With all this sense of adventure and curiosity, many will find that they are inspired to learn new things and to discover new places. Then, on November 23rd, a few days ago, we experienced a new lunar cycle with a Sagittarius new moon. And with Sag being represented by the Archer's arrow, it does signify incoming information that will bring in movement, possibly moving locations, possibly moving jobs, possibly moving towards a romantic relationship, or it could just be a journey towards a whole new way of thinking and being on this wonderful new lighter time, at this wonderful new lighter time on our beloved planet. After all, as our planet is becoming lighter and lighter with each passing second, it makes sense that its inhabitants, we, are getting used to lighter and lightening up and finding a renewed sense of joyous fulfillment on the next part of our journey. After the heaviness of eclipse season, this new moon carries wonderful energies for manifesting and attracting abundance to ourselves. The beginning of this new lunar cycle is guiding us somewhere new, especially if we are open and we have surrendered to the how and the when of it coming in and the way it has to look like when it comes in. This will invariably lead to a rebirth. But for now, we are asked not to push anything and allow our energies to focus on being grateful and resting and spending time with loved ones, whether that's near or online, and making lots of time for self-care, for our nurturance. Now, the more we do this, the more we're creating space to make way for the new to come in. Speaking of abundance, Jupiter went direct on November the 23rd, and with its focus on things like expansion, good fortune, luck, prosperity, wealth, this time is providing us with amazing energies for many to finally see physical, tangible results and manifestations of abundance coming in their lives. Use the energies of this new moon, the forward moving of fiery, adventurous, curious Sag season, and Jupiter to call in expansion and good fortune in all areas of your life, to discover more and open yourself to experiencing new adventures. Now, for those who celebrated, I hope you had a blessed day on Thanksgiving. And speaking about blessings, well, my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, and I wish to share with you how blessed the world was that you decided to come back in physical form and help raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. Yes, you decided to come back at this time. And for those of you who do not remember doing this, and for those who do remember but need some upliftment and encouragement after all that you've been through, we wish to share the story of you and your journey. And like many good stories, our story begins with the words, "Once upon a time." Well, once upon a time, you were a beautiful, great, wondrous spirit, and you lived in heaven with God Source Creator, experiencing total oneness. You couldn't be angry because there was no one to be angry with. You couldn't be afraid, for there was nothing more powerful and more sovereign than you. One day, you heard an announcement that God Source Creator was calling for volunteers to enter into the physical fields of matter. Now, if you volunteered to become human, you should realize that upon entering duality, you would gradually lose your knowledge of divine connectedness, and this would lead you to then perceive yourself as a total separate entity. The memory of heaven would fade, just like a dream. But to compensate, there would be experiences in your physical form that were not available in heaven. For example, in human form, it would be possible to watch bright red cardinals against a background of brilliant snow. And the snow would be gently and silently falling on a green pine forest, being wrapped in a blanket of pristine white. You heard yourself gasp with wonder as you had never experienced cardinals, snow, or pine forest. Because all is connected across the veil, heaven is a constant tapestry being woven by all the energies vibrating at the same time throughout the universe. The announcement continued that while you would be in human form, it would be possible for you to walk along a tropical shoreline of calm, turquoise waters, holding hands with a cherished lover and watching dolphins play in the golden glow of the sunshine. You no longer would experience all energies of all the sea animals on the planet at once and all of the bodies of water at once, as you would be able to focus on only those which were in front of you. This was so incredible that you wanted to go to Earth and have these same human experiences. But The announcement warned that for everything that you loved while residing in physical form, there would be things that you really, really disliked and even hated. And those disagreeable things would always be there, surrounded by many wondrous, beautiful things. But you placed no great importance on these warnings and thought to yourself that you would never, ever make the mistake of spending years and years ignoring the miraculous blessings all around you and the beautiful things by putting any focus on the things that you disliked. And so you decided to volunteer to return to Earth. And out of many, many others who responded yes to the great call, you were one of the very few that was chosen. Those who were chosen to return to the physical fields of matter were very, very few indeed. And those who were chosen had to demonstrate certain characteristics to go from spirit experiencing only pure love and return in human form to a planet where things like love and compassion and truth and kindness so often did not exist. You were chosen because of your strength. You were chosen because of your beauty. You were chosen because of your courage and your eagerness to serve God's source creator. You are one of the divine beings of light who volunteered to come to Earth. And it is now time for you to embrace and to realize this. There were some great beings who did not want to try and find love in the challenges of duality. Others wanted to come, but they were not chosen, as they did not have your will, your determination, and your fortitude to withstand the darkness that had engulfed and kidnapped our beloved planet Earth for eons of time. Now the chosen ones went through numerous trials that saw many in the collective bravely battling through things like illness and grief and heartbreak of loved ones passing away, financial hardships, losing our livelihoods and jobs, and even going through a loss of faith. Now the posse of angels and I wish for you to know that you have done what no other collective has ever done in the history of the universe, which was to transmute the darkness on the planet to reflect the recaptured light and love that you now hold for yourself. And although we were always told that we were the ones that we were waiting for to change the world, we were distracted to search for the real treasure, which was always inside of ourselves. In appreciation and deep, profound gratitude, the posse of angels and I wish to thank you for contributing to the light on the planet and reawakening to the discovery of the power of loving your divine, eternal nature. And when I went to my oracle cards, I went to a deck which I recently purchased, which is the Oracle Dragon Fae the Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. Beautiful, beautiful cards. The first card that came out is a number 40. Can you see that with the reflection there? Let me go on this side, perhaps to see that better. Okay, there is a card, and it's number 40, a 4, and it's the Guardians. Remember, 4s are about stability, about a strong foundation, security, could be about safety as well, and protection. And the message on this card at the bottom is fly high. Now, the first thing that I noticed about this card is the dragonflies in the background, and they're heralding a great change on the horizon. And this guardian, who is she using as a vehicle? But look at that dragon who is transporting her to her dreams and her wishes. Now, the posse of angels and I wish us to know that our prayers not only have been heard, but they will be answered. But for our part, we need to trust and we need to open to experience and to go on these new adventures. And what better time to do this in Sagittarius season with its energies of discovery and curiosity. For the old timelines and the old way that we were in the world, that's gone. All of those karmic contracts, they're over. And new timelines for our service will be presented to us. Yes, we are the new guardians of our beloved planet, but we are still working for our soul's highest purpose with the guidance of spirit, or dragons, or unicorns, or fairies, or our angels, or spirit guides. The movement in this card suggests travel, change of address, or circumstances. We need to be prepared to take all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom that we have garnered along the former part of our journey to a new place that will be calling for us in the world. It could be a calling to return to a home in a more resonant location, someplace that feels like home. It feels like home because we'll be reunited with our soul tribe. There'll be those in the collective who will experience these powerful, helpful companions that will bring us information to direct and relocate us to heavenly new places. Keep your dragon allies very close and ask them to carry you safely to that new place to serve in the highest order possible. Another message from this card is that now that many of us have stepped into that role of guardianship of the planet, it's the time for promotions, rewards, recognition, and an increase in attention in your career. So I love that. I love that. Fly high now. And that's from that Oracle of the Dragon Fae. The next Oracle deck I went to was the Wisdom of the Oracle. And these beautiful, beautiful cards that came in. That one was by Colette Baron Reed. And the first card that came out was Time to Go. To number 9 cards, time of wrapping up. It's indeed an end to the former part of our journey. It's a time of transition, and the new has not begun as yet. Now, in this lull, and here in the northern hemisphere, as the temperatures drop and into the cold and freezing, not so much here in Southern California, but I do have family over east, and they are freezing at the moment. And we'll be entering into a lull that takes us time and blesses us with an experience and to take stock of what we've learned, knowing that we, along with Spirit's assistance and guidance, are the ones who are creating our realities. We are being called to bravely walk into our destiny. And if Spirit shows us and presents us with something, it's because we have all the tools, the skills, the abilities, the gifts, and talents to be able to do this. We may not have done it before, but that's no reason why we can't be brought up to speed to do what is presented to us, especially if it excites us and it sets our heart on fire. So I love that this card came out. Yes, it is a time to leave that old karmic life of ours and to step into something new. And there are those prayer flags that are wishing us good luck along the way. The next card that's coming in from our Wisdom of the Oracles after that was also a number 9 card. That was a 45, which is a 9, and this is a 27, which is a 9. It's the exchanging gifts, and it signifies that we are just about to boldly and courageously step into our next journey that awaits us. And what many will be entering is a really productive and enriching time when we become magnets for all kinds of gifts to enter our lives. You know, all kinds of opportunities to be offered to us. The posse of angels is assuring us that, again, we have everything we need when we are presented with these opportunities. This destined time will be when all of our hard work and all of our efforts pay off in ways that we may not have expected, and we certainly may not have anticipated them happening in this way. This is reflecting the same message in the Guardian card, that it is time for promotions, rewards, recognition, and even an increase in the attention that we are getting in our careers or jobs. Remember, Spirit works in the unimaginable, the illogical, the miraculous, the unbelievable, and synchronistic ways that are oftentimes logical minds cannot fathom. This is why we have to release an expectation as to how these gifts come in and when they will come in for us. Your gifts that you have been given, your time, your gifts that you have given, your time, your money, your ideas, your intentions, all your energies will now be reciprocated by the universe. Now, caution, this does not mean that you have to do anything different. It doesn't mean that you have to try harder or look for or figure out new ways to make these gifts manifest. Just be yourself and just keep doing what you're doing. There we go. The next cards that came out were from my Oracle of Mystical Moments, and this card came out, which is a 12 card, and it's a number 3. 3 is the card of miracles and creation, and it's called All is Connected. And we see this young girl holding on to leaves that are on a string, and the wind is tearing them apart. And the message of this card is release, transformation, and growth. In this card, it is apparent that this lass has weaved these leaves onto the string for a purpose sometime, but the wind is tearing them apart, and it's beneficial to let go of those things that we wove together at one stage, which were beneficial for our lives. But now we're coming into a time we can release those things. They no longer resonate with us and our destined life that we will be stepping into. Now, the posse of angels is saying that it would be beneficial to release all fear, and don't be afraid of change coming in. And while change can be difficult for some people, it's the only way for us to grow. And in many ways, it will be the only way that we will receive the fulfillment of our dreams. The more we surrender any outcomes, the wind of these changes will reshape something new for us. In that change, there lies wonder and new openings. So don't hold tight to those things that are no longer resonant in your life, and you'll be amazed at what then comes in. Now, what comes in is mirroring, exchanging gifts, because we also got the gift in this second card, which is a 2-3, which is a number 5, which is all about change. Now, this gift card is focusing more on, she's got an umbrella, she's got her friend the goose there, she's got a gift all wrapped up, ready to be given. But the more we focus on an air of, again, curiosity, wonder, enchantment, whimsy, and instead of this new change being hard or difficult, we keep alive the excited child in us and the emotion that we have when we're about to open a present. I just feel so giddy when I'm being given a present and open it. Feel the excitement. Feel the enthusiasm on what we are going to co-create with Spirit. And the amazing new opportunities and the new soul tribes, perhaps new locations and the new way that we're going to be serving in as they are going to be coming in for us. So how wonderful is that we got two gift cards coming in for us. let's go to the tarot cards and see what comes in. Okay. Whoops, that one came out straight away. Okay. They are champing at the bit to come out. Okay. Sometimes, you can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, and very little comes out. Oh, and there's another 2. Okay, I'll take those. Okay, how many are we going to go, Spirit? How many are we going to go, Posse of Angels? Okay, all right, maybe I'll turn them this way. Bear with me. See what jumps out. Okay. A few more. Oh, okay. Well, there's my 5 cards. Okay, the first card that's coming out first. Oh, gosh. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, there's more than I anticipated here. Let me just move that microphone over a little bit. Okay. Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay, lovely. First card that we have is the King of Wands. This is can be Sagittarius, it can be a Leo, all those fire signs. But this is an attainment in our careers, in our ideas, in our vision. And it looks like, it almost looks like that there's ribbons of fire coming out of that drum. The king is the highest attainment. And this is saying that many of us will be seen as authority in our fields as we have put in the hard time and the effort and the consistency and all that. But we are going to be dancing to a beat of a new drum, and we're going to be shown new ways in order for that to happen. So in many of the cards that came out was that recognition for your creations, your projects, and also that people want to collaborate with you again. So this is very much in line with the Guardian card, with the King of Wands coming out. Next card coming in is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is all about messages, the blossoming. Let's look at that card. The blossoming of our careers. I love that yet again, the dragonfly shows up in our cards, and the blooming and the blossoming of our wishes, and just the growth that we're going to be seeing as we go into December more. We have a cold full moon coming up on December 7th, and of course there is the solstice in about 3 weeks' time. But all of this is about messages. The watering can on her back, if you can see that. She's watered the seeds of her intentions and her wishes, and now we're going to see the messages coming in to help us with the blooming of those intentions and wishes. Now, the 6 of Cups. Look at the balloons. Look at the children holding the balloons. And this lady is wistfully looking at those children. Again, in the last card that we had, this one, it was all about whimsy. It's all about curiosity. It's about knowing that now that we've cleared and we've healed so much, we've been cleansed, and we've brought our lives back to forgiveness and compassion and unconditional love. We are coming from a very clear space in how we will consciously be creating our realities. The 6 of Cups is a very sentimental, nostalgic card. Could be a card of children being more childlike, getting more in contact with our inner child, but it's also that card of people from the past coming back to help us as well. And this centers on our soul tribes, meeting those people that when we're in their presence and when we're around them, there is no explanation. There's no halting. There's just picking up the threads of the love we have for each other and just being in those wonderful energies once more. These soul tribes are going to be supporting us, could be financially as well, supporting our projects, but emotionally and lovingly there to support and guide us and to collaborate and to connect with. And the 6s are all about a rebalancing of harmony and joy in our lives. Next card we see is the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is the card of collaboration. This is the card of being recognized for your gifts and your talents and your abilities, and people wanting to remunerate you with a job contract. It could be for money, a moneyed position. They want you to possibly endorse something for them, only if you believe in it and you're intuitively aligned with it. But this is certainly the card of the connections and the collaborations coming in for us. Again, another beautiful blooming flower there. The Knight of Wands is next. The Knight of Wands is what I call the ants in the pants card. This is the card of movement and traveling. You know, so many of us in the collective are going to be moving locations. There's nothing wrong with the location that we're in now, but many of us have felt like we're past our use-by date here, and we are ready. We're ready to go on a new adventure, for things to open up for us, and in this fiery Sagittarius season that we are in now, and just making movement to that which we are very excited about, as more and more opens up for us to show us where we'll be going in 2023. And the end card is the Sunshine, Lollipops, and Roses card, the 10 of Cups. This is a completion. This is not only a beginning of a new emotional connection in our lives, with just being so thrilled with what we're going to be doing, the people that we're going to be doing it with. And look at all those little fishies. The fish in the tarot so often indicate the money and the abundance that we need in order to live the lives that we so deservedly would like to live. And there's, of course, the rainbow. And the rainbow is about our wishes and our hopes coming true. Thank you, Tarot. Oh, do you want me to look under the deck? The positive angel said, please look under the deck. They asked very nicely. And so when we look under the deck, we have the Death card. This is the card of transformation. It's the card of ending of one cycle and going into a new cycle. So thank you for that confirmation there. Let's read a postcard from Spirit by the lovely Colette Baron Reed. And this postcard, on the back, it says, unlock your magic. Dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy, put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open, but they close very quickly when we don't take the risk and follow our intuition to go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off, and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. You know, it might even turn out better than you expected. Now, isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, Spirit will match it tenfold at the end. Everyone across the veil is rooting for you to win the game of life. So just do it. Loving you so, so much. Thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful message. Yeah, and sometimes when we're presented with something that seems even too good to be true, we hesitate. We hesitate because of that programming of maybe I'm not deserving, maybe I'm not worthy of such an extraordinary sort of offer or opportunity or job or business or message to collaborate with something or someone. If dig deep into that child of yours, and when you're offered something and it just makes you wiggle, and I've spoken about my wiggle on this my YouTube channel and also on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, now in its 11th year, on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. When I wiggle, I don't even question it. I go forward and I just say yes, because I know that it's in my excitability. That's the only barometer I need to know that the rewards and the benefits and all of those things are on the other side of me saying yes to it. So let's finish off by making a little bit of magic. One card just popped over, and let's get another two to jump out. Oh, there we go. There's two. The first card that's coming out is protection, strong protective magic for the family and your home. You know, I've often been asked this in my business, Angel Healing House, over the last 20 years, if one has to continually do protection. And the answer is no, but to be very vigilant about doing protection every now and again. You know, it's not something that has to be done all the time, but the more we put our focus on our angels and our spirit guides, and providing that protective white light around us, and then having our thoughts being of a divine nature, choosing those things that are of the light, even eating light-filled foods which are organic and clean and pesticide-free and all of those things, you know, and our actions, making our actions not one out of being triggered and reactive with anger and rage and separation and division and judgment. If we make our decisions out of generosity and kindness and compassion and forgiveness and unconditional love, all of those things act like a white light of buffer around us to form a protection around us. And why not? Why not call in your angels and just say, thank you for your protection, for my family and my belongings, my house, and all of this. Couldn't hurt. Let's go to the next card. The next card is our labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and alignment. Now, this is what many are going through at the moment. We went through eclipse season, we went through those highly charged energies of integration, and now as we move into December, our bodies are forming into a new crystalline human body every single second. We're having a new cellular upgrades, and this is causing our world to create our worlds through, and our realities through a higher dimensional frequency. And that's what we're doing at the moment. It's like it's like the culmination of all that we've been through and all those uploads and those galactic integrations that we've gone through. And when we consciously create our reality, it's amazing. It's amazing at what comes in. And the next card that's coming out for us is Insight. Opens the third eye to strengthen our intuition. And I've always said that once we follow our intuition, then we're working with spirit. And why wouldn't we work with spirit? Because we, as humans, were programmed to always expect the logical, the justified, and the rational things to come in. But spirit works in the realm of miracles. So why wouldn't we co-create with spirit? Thank you so much for listening. Do remember to join me on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio Show. And you can even call in for a free mini angel reading. So I'd love to speak with you online on my radio show. And do remember to go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you of course, love and angel blessings. And I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.